It seems that I'm always doing the Sharks games as I'm the only fan of the Sharks. It's hard to be a fan of the Sharks in their current, would you say, form? It seems to be so up and down that I don't know. But hopefully today will be a big win for us. We've put out a full strength lineup, so let's see how it goes. I'm quite excited for this one. It is in Wales, in Parky Scarlets, and we're about 15 minutes away from kickoff. Just looking at the log now, these two teams sitting, I think, 13th and 14th on the log, with only 3 wins each, and no hope, I think, of either. No, in fact, yeah, definitely no hope for either to get into the top 8. The Sharks on 18 points and Scarlets on 16. So it's been a pretty torrid season for both, more so for the Sharks because, let's be honest, you'd expect the Sharks to be doing better, and Scarlets are probably around where they are. That's probably where they should be. But it's been interesting in the last, I say, head-to-head, in the last 3 meetings between these two teams. It stands at 2-1. Sharks winning the last 2 games, I believe, against the Scarlets. Actually, no, sorry, the Scarlets won the last game. These two played against each other, and then the Sharks won the 2 before that by the same margin and the same points. So the last game back in early last year in March, 32-20 to the Scarlets, and then the 2 before that in March the previous year and November the year before that, both 37-20 to the Sharks. But critically, in all 3 of those games, the home team won. So that hopefully that's a stat that the Sharks can overturn in this match. But looking at team form going into this game, in the last 5 games, the Sharks have won 4 out of the last 5, whereas Scarlets have won 1 of their last 5. In their last 5 games, they've lost by at least 16 points or more in those losses. 3 of them being quite heavy. Losing 43-18 to Edinburgh in the last game, and then losing at home 45-3 to Glasgow. Previously, before that game, they beat Benison 16-13. But before that, is that Leinster? I can't actually tell. I think might be Leinster. No, sorry, Connaught. They lost 26-10 away to Connaught, and then they lost 7-42 at home to Munster. So not a good run for the Scarlets at the moment. And the Sharks, slightly different. They lost 21-10 away to Glasgow. It was by far their second string side, which we know for the Sharks is not fantastic. They won their previous 4 home games, though. 36-30 against Edinburgh, 47-3 in a very convincing win over Zebra, 23-13 also against Edinburgh, and 22-12 against Ulster. So the Sharks will be looking to get back onto winning ways. Tries scored in the last 5 games. 5 tries in 5 games for Scarlets, so not many. And 18 in the last 5 games for the Sharks. So average of 3 tries a game, not terrible. Points difference of 59 for the Sharks, as opposed to 115 minus for the Scarlets. So certainly Sharks scoring far more points than the Scarlets. Sharks have scored the first try in 3 of their 5 past games, whereas the Scarlets have only done that once. However, the Sharks have only scored the first points once in the past 5 games, whereas Scarlets have scored the first points twice. In the race to 10 points, Sharks have done that first in 4 of their 5 games, and Scarlets only once. We talked about their previous meetings. Looking at a head-to-head here, looking at the fly halves in particular, Sam Costello versus Sia Masuku, probably a big battle. Points scored, 19 to Costello, 43 to Masuku, so pretty good. An average of 3.8 points per game for Costello, not surprising considering they don't score many points. And 8.6 for Masuku. Masuku scoring 29% of the Sharks' points, whereas Costello scoring 20%. So in other news today, if you were a fan of Super Rugby, the Chiefs saw off the Waratahs, and the Crusaders absolutely thumped the Melbourne Rebels. So the Crusaders may be back to their best. Looking at the Rugby Pass voting poll at the moment, with 10 minutes to go, 100% of voters so far predicting a Sharks win. and considering their team, they have to be absolutely torrid to go ahead and lose this game to the Scarlets, even though they've got home advantage. So we'll now get into the teams, and we'll start with the home team. We've got Kemsley Matthias, Ryan Elias, and Sam Wainwright in the front row. Morgan Jones and Sam Lawasi in the second row. Sam Lawasi's been there for a while now. I remember when he was absolute quality playing in. I think he played in Super Rugby for a little bit. Tane Plumtree, Dan Davis, and Via Fafita. He's so good. Ex-All Black in the back row with Gareth Davies, a great scrum half, and Sam Costello at 10. Then you've got Tommy Lewis and Tom Rogers on the wings, Eddie James and Johnny Williams in the centres, and Johan Nicholas at 15. Then on to the Sharks. And there we go. We have Oxenchair, Fez Mbata, and Vincent Koch in 2 out of 3 starting first choice players. And I think that is due to injury to Bongi Mbanambi. Then Etzebeth and Emil van Heerden, who's been really impressive since he started playing consistently for the Sharks. So a really good locking pairing there. Pepsi Buthelezi, Labascagni, and Vincent Chituka in the back row. So another a very good, pretty much first choice back row as well. Grant Williams gets a start, which is great, ahead of Jaden Hendrickse. So we got some real gas going there. Hopefully it's a dry night in Wales. And then Masuku continuing on at fly half, which is a good sign because, God, we've needed a good fly half for a while now. And he's certainly filling that role. Then in the wings, we have Mampimpi and Werner Koch, who is leaving us at the end of the season to go to Ulster. But he's been playing some good rugby recently. And then in the centres, probably the person I'm most excited to see get some game time is Ethan Hooker. The guy is crazy. He is so fast and he's really strong in the carry. Lucanio Am, and captain today, Lucanio Am, at 13, with Afelele Fassi at 15. Fassi's actually been proving my doubts wrong recently. I am not much of a fan of his, but he's certainly been playing well recently. And then onto the benches for Scarlets: Sean Evans, Stephen Thomas, and Harry O'Connor for the front row replacements. Jack Price, Carwin Tuipulotu as the rest of the forward replacements, and then Kieran Hardy, Dan Jones, and Ryan Conbeer. It's good to see Ryan Conbeer actually back on the bench. So that's the rest of the bench for Scarlets. Karen Van Vuren and Tutuko Mchunu and Hanro Jacobs on the bench for the front row bench replacements for the Sharks. Corne Raal and Gebrand Grobbelaar adding some real bulk for both back row and lock covering. And then also got three back reserves on the bench in Jaden Hendrickse, Butter Chamberlain, and Francois Venter. Butter Chamberlain was all right last week. Wasn't fabulous, but he'd been out for a little bit. So I can certainly, I can empathise with that. As I said, neither of these teams have any hope of getting into the top 8. I don't think. Nah, I don't think they can. I think the Sharks had to win the last 4 games, and they lost that really badly to the Lions. I'd say the Sharks could maybe end 12th. They might get above Cardiff, who... but I doubt it. Let's be honest. They can maybe get above Cardiff, maybe. But that is how it looks. Obviously, the Stormers in action tomorrow, and that could see them go into 5th, leapfrogging Benetton, and then this is kind of a bit of a dead rubber game, which is interesting considering how strong the Sharks team is. And I think that's because next weekend in the Challenge Cup, they are playing La Rochelle at Stoop. So certainly need to get as much game time for their big players as possible leading into that game. So we're not far from kickoff now, about 5 minutes. Certainly looking forward to it. Don't forget to get your what's it called? Predictions in the chat. Do chat to me throughout. I enjoy replying to your messages. And don't forget to check out our sponsors in BitDefender and Boyle Sports. Doesn't seem our platform's working as it usually does. But like the live watch along and everything, at least that's up there. Give me 1 second, guys, to see if this is sorted out. I'm just going to take a picture of this so I can show exactly. That's me. Anyway, so yes, check out BitDefender and Ball Sports for all of your betting and cybersecurity. And obviously, very, very thankful for them for being our sponsors and helping us bring you all of this quality commentary. But yeah, do check in the chat, guys. I love replying to your messages. Let's see if we get any of the usual reprobates hanging around. And looking forward to this one. I think the Sharks certainly should pull up a bit of a big victory. But the Sharks do need a bit of a, I suppose, a confidence boost before playing Clermont. So this will be a good way to see where they're at going into that game. Also, cheers to all of you. Drinking my Scottish lager. Got my Sharks jersey on as always. Pretty old one though, I tell you that much. I think I got this back in like maybe 2014, 2015, somewhere around there. Old, which is wild in itself. We got about 3 minutes till we get going. What do you think of the starting lineup? And what are your opinions on why we've named a pretty much full strength side for a game that doesn't mean anything? Do you reckon it's to get some game time before the actual big game? And then do you think that's a potential risk of injury? Because this team should absolutely demolish this this Scarlet side, but we'll see how it goes. I mean, I've not exactly been ecstatic with how the Sharks have been playing this season. I don't think anyone has, but we'll see how it goes. We're about 2 minutes away from kickoff. Looks like a dry night for once in Wales, which is funny considering I live in Scotland, so it's unlikely up here either. I'm hoping for a big score and seeing our big names actually perform in this. So, quick reminder of the teams. Matthias, Elias, and Wainwright in the front row. Jones and Lawasi. Plumtree, Davis, and Fafita. Fafita will be one to watch. Davies and Costello. Lewis, James, Williams, Rogers, and Nicholas. I think from the last time I saw the Scarlets play, Nicholas played quite well. And then Evans, Thomas, O'Connor, Price, Tuipulotu. That kind of disappeared on me. Tuipulotu, Kieran Hardy, Dan Jones, and Ryan Conbeer. Then on to the Sharks: Oxenchair, Pheasant Butter, Vincent Koch, Ibn Etzebeth, Van Heerden, Buthelezi, Labuskakni, Vincent Chuchuka, Grant Williams, Sia Masuku, Mapimpi, Ethan Hooker, Lukanyuam, Werner Koch, and Apalele Fasi, with Van Furen, Mchunu, Jacobs, Rahl, Krobler, Hendrickser, Chamberlain, and Venter on the bench. Interesting, neither team are out on the field yet. Oh no, here they come now. Werner Koch, I think this might be his 50th? Yep. This is also Werner Koch's 50th game for the Sharks. Good on him there. Great achievement. And thank God he's playing well at wing now, because he was awful when he started with us at centre. I actually watched him in Glasgow playing at 13, and I was just so unimpressed by him. But we've got our captain and Springbok back at 13, which is good to see. And here come the Scarlets. So don't forget to get in the chat, guys. Let's get into blow up the chat. Let's see what you guys are thinking about this game. How are we reckoning this is going to go? I don't think we will get onto the scoreboard quickly, although I'm usually wrong about these things. I think it might take us a bit of time to break them down, and then once we do, floodgates might open a bit. But happy to be proved wrong. Mike Adamson is referee, Ben Breakspear assistant referee, Dewey Phillips assistant referee, and David Sutherland as the TMO. So Costello will get us underway, kicking right to left, and he kicks deep, straight onto Grant Williams, who gets charged down immediately, and the Scarlets come away with it. So an attack deep in the Sharks' 22 already for the Scarlets, and what a great start to the game. That was poor from Grant Williams. Davies, Elias, Buthelezi can't bring him down. Davis, Williams, Davis again. This is a really good start from Scarlets. They're on the Sharks' 5-meter line. Davies recycles. I want to get the shot. Yeah. Let's see. So they're about 2 meters out now. Davies recycles. They're using their big runners, but the Sharks are starting to get some good tackles in. Here's Elias. Nope, not Elias. He skips him. Goes to Plumtree. It's son of the coach of his opposition tonight. That's quite funny. Larcy hit hard in the tackle. Jones. Buthelezi trying to get a rip, but can't do so. Scarlets has still got possession. Plumtree goes again. Davies goes to Johnny Williams. Johnny Williams goes 2 meters out. Here's Larcy. Offside called against the Sharks, so the penalty will come. And it'll come there. So Sharks concede the penalty, and that will probably be early points for the Scarlets. I think Sam Costello will be pointing to the polls here. Yep. So Sharks won't get the first points of this game, and that's it's a really good charge down on Grant Williams from what's his name, Gareth Davies, using his leg to get the charge down. Although that must have stung his hamstring. That's for sure. It was a hard kick, but really, really good aggressive start from Scarlets here, and just Sharks panicking a little bit there, although at least not conceding a try, so I won't complain. Costello lining it up now. Costello looking younger than a 10-year-old, but he's a good player. He's a decent player. And Costello converts 3-0 to the Scarlets. The home side take the first blood and go into the lead, 3-0. And Siamasuku will get us underway this time. Sharks playing in white as the away team, and Scarlets in their home red. Masuku kicks very deep to Larcy. Verok has wrapped him up, and who's that? Fezambata helps get him down. Buthelezi trying to get over it, can't do so. Scarlet's still inside their 22. Gareth Davies looking probably for a box kick here. And he does. He calls his forwards in to give him a platform. Edsbeth wanting to charge down. He does get a hand to it, but it skews off the side and does find touch. So there'll be a Scarlets line out off the charge down. But Edsbeth already being a nuisance there, and that's good to see. So Ryan Elias will throw in. Scarlets take it at the top. Davies, Costello. It's not a great pass, but they've got it away. Oh, and I tell you what, Dan Davis hit hard. Back to Costello. Costello clears. It's not the greatest of clearances from the Welsh fly-half, but it does give them a little bit of pressure relief. About 5 minutes into the first half, 3-0 to the Scarlets. Hey Albert, how you doing? Yeah, no, Sharks don't need to win this, but I think well, in a way, I kind of argue that they do because we're playing Clermont next weekend. So yeah, this is our first string side. We need some confidence going into that game. Masuku for Box 2027 certainly should get in some time in the training camps. Grant Williams, Masuku feeds Am with a tip on to Fassi. Fassi whips it wide to Verok. Verok's got some space. He's gonna go in the corner, and Verok scores for the Sharks early. Now, will they check Fassi's pass? It looked like it could have drifted forwards. It was backwards out of the hands, but it might have drifted forwards. Looks like, no, it's been awarded. And Verok on his 50th game gets the first try. And that's really, really good attacking from the Sharks there. And that was all, I think, Lucanio Am's tip on. Fassi's pass was great. And Verok just finishing that off with relative ease, untouched. Just puts on the gas. Little bit of a goose step and over in the corner. And that's his sevens ability for you. Flat pass, actually. That was flat. Really good pass from Fassi. So, not the easiest kick from Masuku, but Sharks take the lead 5 points to 3, 6 minutes into this game. And that was a really well-worked try from the Sharks. I like that. I like that a lot. Masuku, his kicking's been not too bad. And he drills this one over from the sideline. 7 points to 3. Sharks take a lead here. And what a try that is from the Sharks. I'm really happy with that try. Yeah, Albert, as you were saying, Masuku for Box 27, I certainly want to see him in and around a squad. I want him to get some time, maybe on a tour, see how he does on the international stage. The Box need to start looking for another fly half. They need more than just two, really. I mean, Jordan Hendrickson obviously is putting his hand up recently, but I don't know if he'll get in. And obviously Nohamba is as well. So Sharks knock it on at the ruck off the kickoff. So there'll be a easy pressure gain for Scarlets. It'll be a scrum down just inside the Sharks 22, and that's poor from the Sharks. Coach killer, it's called. A mistake off the kickoff after scoring a try. Let's have a look here. What? No, it wasn't a knock on. I think he was told to use it and they didn't in time. So fair. I like it when referees, they actually enforce rules that they don't usually and that irritate people. So I'm actually as a Sharks fan, I'm happy that they get called out on that because it frustrates me. Yeah, he does look calm. He looks pretty calm considering he's playing for a Shark side that's not always fantastic. So Davies does not get the ball in. The scrum will have to be reset. But early signs of promise from the Sharks, at least on attack anyway. And considering the team we have out there, certainly should be showing promise. Apologies for the ticket not let's say reeling across the screen with like our branding and everything. We are going to try and fix that at halftime or at least whenever possible. So the scrum does get underway. Scarlets do get it out the back through Fafita. Williams with a great tackle. He runs through, who was that? Grant Williams. Masuku eventually brings him down. Scarlett still on attack. Costello feeds it to James. And it's another penalty advantage for Scarlets. So it'll be an easy 3 points if they want it. Williams goes wide to James. And Costello tries a chip over. Cross kick. And I think it's Ethan Hooker who was called for offside, was it? Might have been offside. But I think they'll probably take the 3 here. And it is. They've called a shot, so they're going to look to bring the score back within 1 point from Costello. And we're about 10 minutes in already. God, this game's going quickly. If you are looking to watch and you don't have a place to watch, if you have a VPN, watch on BBC Two Wales. Yep, he's not bad on defence either. He's got a decent weight to him, shall we say? So Costello, 10 minutes gone. Is he going to pop this over? Yeah, easily. I mean, it's directly in front of the poles. Costello knocks that one over. 7 points to 6. 10 minutes gone. That was a good carry from Johnny Williams. Got through Grant Williams and Masuku there. Good carry from him. Albert, what do you reckon the score's going to be? Give me some predictions. And also, who do you think is going to impress in this game? So, same kickoff again from the Sharks. It goes to URC. They're looking to use it now. Etzebeth wants to... Oh, it wasn't out yet. And, well, the referee's allowed it to play, and he's forced a really bad kick from Davies. Afalele Fassi runs it up to about 5 meters out of the 22. Some off-the-ball stuff there, maybe from Etzebeth. Hooker has to take on the tackler Costello. Grant Williams picks it up. Steps one. Almost gets through. Hooker's got it back. Hooker offloads to Etzebeth. Etzebeth steps inside. Sorry, it was Lapiskatni and Etzebeth. Williams looking to go himself. He's got into the 22, but he's tackled. Mapimpi picks up. He gets another 5 meters. Sharks rolling well here. Oxenchair picks up and goes to the left. And it's a penalty advantage to the Sharks. Oxenchair still going forwards. Grant Williams. Chichuka. He's going to take it in. Straight into Lauasi. He's picked up. Probably going to have to come back for the penalty here. Nope. Ball's available for Williams. Williams goes to the back. Masuku. Out to Fassi. Fassi tries a cross kick. That looks way too hard. That was an awful kick from Fassi. But we did have the penalty, so... Now, I'd say the way we're playing, maybe play a scrum. But nope, the Sharks are going to go for the poles. Masuku is going to line this up, so hopefully that'll take us up to a 4-point lead. Albert says 55-6. We'll see. I tell you what, though, this the way Ethan Hooker's looking, I know it's premature. He's only really just started. I reckon that Ethan Hooker could be a future Springbok. With what he's showing, I reckon he has so much talent. Masuku slots that over. 10-6 to the Sharks. It was a good return there from Fassi. And Gareth Davies and Etzebeth having a little bit of an RG. Gareth Davies tried to trip Etzebeth, so Etzebeth, when running back, just shoved him into the floor. Costello kicks high, not too long, and it goes to Emil van Heerden. Van Heerden? It is Van Heerden, right? Yeah, Van Heerden. Grant Williams with the box kick. Mapimpi is chasing along with Van Heerden. Oh, no, it was Etzebeth, sorry. Scarlets winger, the fullback takes it well, and that is Johan Nicholas. Plumtree straight into Shatuka, who meets him in the challenge. Gareth Davies with a little box kick over the top. Grant Williams is back there, and thinks about passing to Fussy, but decides to clear the ball himself. Brings play just inside the Sharks' half, so almost up to halfway. And to be honest, I think he actually should have passed it to Fussy. I think Fussy could have had a better angle, and I think he could have got a bit more distance on that. So Scarlets win their lineup with Varsity again. He seems to be their kind of go-to player at the moment for their lineouts. 15 minutes gone so far. Davies getting the ball back under Morgan Jones, and he box kicks. Edsmith is trying to charge him down every single time. Scarlets are trying to come forwards. Mapimpi can't gather it, but he gets it on the bounce. Oh, there's a really good counter ruck from the Scarlets, and they've got the ball, but they've lost it forwards. And Elias is frustrated because that was a really good counter ruck there from the Scarlets. Really good counter ruck there from the Scarlets. Good pressure by Tom Rogers on Mapimpi. And it's Fez and Bata who's literally just pushed off the ball. And two players I really question why they're in the squad is Kwesi Mona and Fez and Bata. I don't get why they're there. I don't think they're good enough. I haven't seen anything from either of them that says, "Oh, we should be in the Sharks squad." And I definitely think that was Scarlets going down first, and it's a penalty to the Sharks. Bad height from the Scarlets, and looks like Ryan Elias might be in a bit of bother here. Maybe not. I think he's up. But to be fair, Oxenchain and Vincent Koch against you just sounds like a nightmare. So, I mean, yeah. Masuku kicks for the line. He finds a decent touch just outside of the Scarlets' 10-meter. Not too bad. I think the Sharks scrum in this first half might be a bit of a bully. So, Bata goes to Etzebeth at the front. They set the maul. Ball's back with Mbata now. He's at the back of that maul. Scarlet's trying to come through the middle. Williams breaks away. He does get the ball away to Hooker. Hooker has to take it into contact, and he's made a couple of meters through that, through Elias of all people. Williams to Emil van Heerden, one of our fine stars of the season so far. He's a great find. Vincent Koch with a rumble. Then they decide to go back. Masuku kicks up. Werner Koch is on the chase. He's got Fassi to his right. Nicholas juggles, but he does brilliantly to break two tackles. And they're away down the left. Werner Koch can't get back to tackle, but Masuku is there and he makes a brilliant tackle. Although Tommy Lewis gets up and goes again. Scarlet's up to the 22. Costello. A lot of Sharks forwards in midfield. They're going right. Oh, and Costello decides to go himself, and that is the wrong decision. Davies. They cut back in field. Larcy gets his hand free to Elias. Elias is free to the line, and he's going to slide over. And that is pretty poor from the Sharks. And why that's poor from the Sharks is they allowed Scarlets to run across field and then break the line. And you should never let a player do that. Werner Koch with a weak tackle on Nicholas Lucanio and with an awful attempted tackle. And Nicholas then sets it up, and then it's Johnny Williams who sets the rest of it up. That was a useless tackle from Fassi. That was a really poor tackle from Fussy. Well, attempted tackle. So Scarlets take the lead. Almost 20 minutes gone, and they are, well, they'll be 13 points to 10 up now. That was poor from the Sharks. Sharks plays a hooker at centre. Lol. Rasi. Interesting. Yeah, that was bad, Albert. That was really poor. Yeah, there's apparently a massive storm. The gents who manage the channel, the Petits are driving back through it now. Just turn up your sound volume as loud as you can. I'm sure everyone in your house would love to hear my voice. So, Scarlets hit back and take the lead. Masuku will kick off. And they kick longer this time into the 22. Straight to Lawasi again. Verok with a great spot tackle on him. Good carry from Elias. Oh, maybe that wasn't Elias, actually. That might have been Dan Davis. And Davies with a not the greatest clearance. Didn't find much ground on that one. Brings play all 5 meters inside the Scarlets' 10-meter line. And Edsbeth takes it off the top. Williams fires it out quickly to Hooker. Hooker's going to take on the line. Can't get out of can't free his ankles from Costello. Looks like Cox's going to pick up and go. He's on his knees, so he has to be released. And Che picks up. He feeds it off to Chuchuka, supported by Edsbeth. Williams decides to go back to the right. Here's Pepsi Buthelezi. Good tackle from Elias, and they've held him up. And he's held up. This is going to be a turnover. And it is. It's my one of my problems with Pepsi Buthelezi is I don't think he's big. He's not heavy enough. He's not strong enough. And he's held up fairly easily. He can't throw his weight around because he doesn't really have any. And Ryan Elias and Larcy just wrapped him up. I haven't seen Larcy play for ages. He's had a lot of cards in his history at Scarlets, I think. Skills coach of Scarlets, Emir Phillips. Emir's a cool name. Yeah, Fuzzy really can't tackle. Ulster 7, Benetton 5. Nice. That sounds like a good game. So, Sharks already trying to boss the scrum, but the Scarlets do get it out. Oh, it's a great exchange from Davies and Nicholas. God, I keep forgetting his name, Nicholas. But then it is lost backwards. The Sharks try to pick it up and lose it forwards. So there'll be another scrum to the Scarlets, but I don't think the Sharks will mind that too much. They can certainly get a lot of pressure off into this Scarlet scrum. 23 minutes gone, so we're already a quarter of the way gone. Possession 62% in the favour of Scarlets, and territory 61% in favour of the Scarlets, and that's showing. That is showing. Some people calling this the Plumtree Derby because of the coach and the son playing against each other. Excuse me, I am tired. I've been up so early this morning. I made the mistake of going into a sauna. for 15 minutes, and I'm absolutely buggered. So the scrum's going to be reset. So a bit of a waste of time. Big Boy Plumtree has big ears. He's not having a great game now. Not really. Forwards are playing well. But the backs have been meh so far. They need to get into the game. I wonder if Tane Plumtree will play for Wales, or if he'll play any international rugby. Never know. So Gareth Davies is going to he does feed the scrum, and it comes out. Nicholas again on the left-hand side. He breaks a tackle of Grant Williams, but Verok is all over him. Can't quite get his hands on the ball, though. Etzebeth wraps up Lawasi. Oh, it's a good charge down from Vincent Chachuka. And then Gareth Davis off the, about two knock-ons or two charge downs. He then just hacks it out of the air from one of the knock-ons, which was pretty skillful, to be honest. But great charge down from Vincent Chachuka. Put pressure on Scarlets. So Mbata throws, and it's an overthrow. So Elias comes away with it. And here is Dan Davies. Driven backwards, though. Davies goes back to Costello. Mapimpi Fussy rises high and grabs it. Mapimpi let him go. Let him. It was actually... So Hooker picks up and goes. He passes to Vincent Koch. Grant Williams. We need a Grant Williams. That's a... Box kick. Grant Williams with a box kick. Mapimpi chases, but I'd like to see a snipe from Grant Williams. Nicholas takes it well, but then Mapimpi brings him down. And Davies feeds his big forwards, and I think it's Kemsey Mathias. And now he's going to box kick. Etzebeth is getting close at every single box kick. Fussy catches, and he's going to try and take on the defense. Steps in field. Almost beats Tom Rogers. Williams goes to Nche. Sorry, no, it's not. It's Mbata. Now Williams again. Masuku. Buthelezi. And he's up over halfway. Williams. Masuku with a dab over the top, but kind of to no one. Nicholas is right underneath it. And Nicholas has been slippery. He started a lot of different things today. But Masuku and Hooker wrap up, I think, Eddie James. And it's been turned over at the ruck by the Sharks. Decides to whip it wide to Masuku. No, it's Fussy. And he kicks down. How? Right, let me deal with this. And he's just, I think, overcooked his kick, and it goes out on the full, which is frustrating for Fussy. I can tell he's going to be a bit irritated with that. Oh, I know what it was. It was the bus card, wasn't it? Oh. Yeah, that's fine. Right. No, it wasn't kicked out on the full, but it was. He was hoping for a 50-22, but it went just short. It would have been a great kick if he'd managed that. So there's just a bit of a break in play here. I think it's a couple of injuries. Oh, and there is a bit of rain now, as Wales loves to have. Then again, I live in Scotland, so pretty much the same. Although recently the weather here has been absolutely stunning, absolutely brilliant. Uh, Right, so we're just having a bit of a break here. No changes made to the team so far, as expected. And also no injuries, which is good. Time's now back on, finally, after that seemingly very lengthy break. It is a throw-in at the line-out for Ryan Elias, just outside the Scarlets 22. So close to a 50-22. Elias, that's dummying, surely, but okay. Goes to Fafita. They've set a maul here, and I think there's a penalty advantage against Ibn Etzebeth. Davies. Costello out the back. And he's wrapped up in Musuka. He has to get the ball away. And it's Rogers who kicks downfield, but they'll come back for the penalty. So Costello will be able to clear their lines. It's basically a penalty on the 22. But he's only got 5 meter angle to work with, so he'll probably bring play up to halfway. Nope, still inside the Scarlets half. But he didn't have a huge amount of angle to work with. Let's see. Benson 8, Ulster 7. Nice. Rainy there also. If Ulster loses, they're going to struggle to get. Yeah, they'll struggle to get into the top 8 if they lose. So Elias with another throw. They go to the front, and it's sloppy, and the Sharks come away. Oh, Tuka cannot hold on to it. It's a knock on, and Scarlets will have the advantage. Tane Basham. Sorry, not Basham. Tane Plumtree. And they'll come back for the knock on, so it'll be a scrum. And that's 30 minutes gone. Half an hour played in Wales at the Parky Scarlets. And Etzebeth making a nuisance of himself at that line-out. Tell you what, Johnny Williams, the guy playing 13 for Scarlets, looks a bit like Blair Kinghorn. Okay, so it's a scrum down, just inside the Scarlets' 10-meter line. So they're certainly the Sharks are putting pressure in territory-wise, but just not in points or possession. Davies will feed his scrum. Early shove definitely against the Sharks, and the referee's called a free kick. Definitely an early shove there. So Costello launches a huge bomb. Fassi has to come forward. No, sorry, it's Mapimpi who comes forward. It's knocked backwards, I think. It's been called knocked backwards. No, sorry, it's called knocked on. Knocked on from Scarlets. That's knocked back. And then it's a knock on. Okay. It was a great chase from Tom Rogers, but then the tap back and then the ensuing oncoming player who was trying to catch it, he knocked it on. No, I want to see Grant Williams shift it. Either himself or use the space. The Sharks have a rapid backline. They need to use it. So Sharks have the ball in the scrum. Grant Williams gets it in, and it's going to be a penalty, absolutely, for the Sharks. They've walked through the. Oh my! How did Mapimpi drop that? Grant Williams got the ball out the back of his hands to Mapimpi, and he dropped it cold. It wasn't even a hard catch. Really easy catch. But at least we had the penalty, so that's not too bad. Oh my god, how did you drop that? I don't think he was ready for it. So Masuku will clear our lines, get us back into the Scarlets half, hopefully. Yes. Brings play up to between halfway and their 10-meter line. Exactly halfway between those two lines. So we're back into their territory. Let's keep building territory pressure. And hopefully we can go ahead or at least equal into halftime. 33 minutes on the clock. Mbata throws to Chituka at the front. Maul is rolling. Not very far. It's gone forward about a couple of meters. Now it's moving forwards well. The Sharks are really trucking this on. Probably gained about 10 meters through that Maul. They're going to have to use it now. Williams breaks off. Hooker out the back to Masuku. Masuku out the back to Mapimpi. He gets tackled really well. That's really well read. And it's a great turnover. Nope. Knock on. Almost a brilliant turnover there from Scarlets. And that was a really well-read move by Scarlets. They knew exactly what was happening. So it will be a. Oh my god, what happened? Scrum down to the Sharks, and hopefully they'll play for another penalty here. Push straight through them. That'd be nice. The midfield. Grant Williams can attack either side, but maybe Pepsi Buthelezi should pick up another penalty advantage to the Sharks. Williams goes left. That was forward. Fassi. Gets it out the back. Fassi picks up. And then loses it. So they'll come back for the penalty. And does Masuku take a long shot here and level us up? Yeah, why not? I think the win here is actually more important than people realize. Yeah. Thing is, what I've noticed about the Sharks is their handling is so poor. They don't keep. Oh no, they're going to kick for the line. I like that. I like that from the Sharks. Masuku, really good kick from Masuku. He brings play into the 22 from halfway. Good shot, mate. And this will be an attacking lineup for the Sharks, and I love it. Hopefully, we don't get an overthrow, but you know. You know. And they're just the commentators just talking about how Grant Williams is rated as the fastest Springbok. That's a hell of a thing to hold. He is so fast. So Van Heerden takes it at the top. They got it back to Mbata. They've got them all set, and it's moving. It's moving forwards. Moving forwards. It's moved probably 3, 4, 5 meters now. Another couple of meters. Almost up to the 5-meter line now. Mbata's going to have to get this away to Grant Williams, otherwise they're going to lose it. Nope, he decides to break. And he goes over Gareth Davies. Williams out to Mapimpi on the blind. They're 2 meters out. Van Heerden's going to pick up and go most likely. Or he's going to... Yep, he does. He's supported by Etzebeth. The RC thinks it's free play, but it's not, so he's told to leave it. He does, to be fair. And that was Yabascatni who carried. Vincent Cox, supported by Etzebeth. Here's Van Heerden. Van Heerden. He's not there. He's about a meter out. Here's Chituka. That's cynical, and it's a penalty advantage. I think Laosi could go here. Oxenchair can't make it. Sharks have got to score a try here. Come on. Williams. Pick it up. That's cynical. That's probably going to be another. That might be a yellow because that is so cynical. Koch, and he's over. And they score the try. And I think that'll mean that Scarlets escape a yellow card, maybe. But they should get a yellow card. That was so blatantly cynical. But Vincent Koch scores a try and puts the Sharks into the lead just before halftime. Yeah, it's a wet game. The forwards are going to have to do this. Easy conversion for Masuku. Should be 17 points to 13. Easy dive over for Vincent Koch. And good try there for the Sharks. Come on, Masuku. This is an easy kick. I can see why he wants to take his time, though. 1 minute to go in the half. And he steps up and bangs it over. 17 points to 13 with less than a minute left in the first half. And this is good from the Sharks. They need to rely on their forwards a lot in this game, with a lot of mauling and a lot of play like that. It'll be helpful. The Sharks need to rely on it. They've got big, powerful forwards. Chituka takes it off the kickoff and manages to get out of the 22. Williams. Now, is Williams going to box kick? He looks like he might. Nope, he doesn't. He feeds to Oxenchair. And I think they're going to try and play the timeout here. He is a human tank, you're damn right. I think they're going to play. They've got 10 seconds left. They're going to try and just play to the halftime. 5 seconds. They go back to Masuku. Masuku gets the ball off the field. Oh, bloody hell. What has he done there? It was awful from Masuku. He kicked it straight downfield, but not even far. Tane Plumtree. Cox tries to get over him, but can't do so. But this is stupid. Now Scarlets. Costello goes for a drop goal. And he's missed. Right, get the ball off the pitch. Thank you. Jesus. Good. Well, thank God that didn't go worse, because that was an awful attempted clearance by Masuku. But that is half time. 17 points to 13. Sharks in the lead after I mean, look, it's wet. I wouldn't say it's unconvincing so far. Some lapses in defense, but not at all terrible. And big second half coming up. We'll see you then, guys. Don't go anywhere. Go grab a drink, and I will see you in about 10 minutes. Cheers. All right, I think we sorted that out. Sorry about that, guys. Got 4 minutes and 5 minutes into the game, second half. Sorry about that. Systems were not functioning properly, but we are back. I think we're back. Yes, we are. Good. Thank God. Thank God for that. No, it's working now. Good. Okay. So sorry about that. I missed the Sharks try. Oh no, sorry, penalty. Sharks penalty. But that's all. So that's not too bad. Costello kicks off, and Van Heerden rises really high and takes it nicely. Sharks through Williams and Che with a good carry. Williams looking for a box kick. Larcy probably a bit offside there. Mapimpi chasing. Nicholas takes it well. He's been good this game. He's decent. He's evading people well. Chituka does get him down. Davies goes to the right. Oh, it's a brilliant line. Who is it? Fafita, I think. Sharks have stripped it though. Williams, Masuku. Masuku kicks downfield. Cock is after this one, but it's it's a brilliant kick, and it might be a 50-22. That looks like a 50-22. Oh, and it is a 50-22. What a brilliant kick from Masuku. What are they checking it? They're checking for a 50-22? Let's see. Oof, you're not going to tell from that angle, that's for sure. TMO changes it. It's not a 50-22. See, stupid stuff like that needs to be left to the referee. But I can't tell, honestly, can't tell. The angles aren't great. So it'll be a throw into the Scarlets because it was not a 50-22, but still a good kick from Masuku. It's playing good territory. So Ryan Elias will have the throw in here. Scarlets under a bit of pressure. They do not take it cleanly, but they do come away with it. Davies using Fafita. Emil Van Heerden brings him down. Davies again. No, Davies is going to box kick. Took his time, but now he's going to box kick. And Edsabeth can't get there because Davies had suddenly turned around and did it quickly. Cock not going to take it quickly. Woo. So an early penalty in this second half for the Sharks, which is good. And we've taken a 7-point lead, which is, it's something. Elias getting some treatment. Now, is that a bump to the head or is it a contact? A loss of a contact lens. Visits the opponent's 22, 3 for Scarlets, 5 for Sharks. And then obviously 20 points for the Sharks in terms of visits and 13 points for Scarlets. All points scored within the 22. Tomorrow night there is the Bulls versus the Ospreys. Fairly well, is it a must win? Let me take a look. Is it a must win for the Bulls? No, it's not a must win, but it will certainly not help them if they don't win. So not straight, and yep. God, and it's things like that a professional hooker should not be getting a throw not straight. Like, come on. It's Wales. when the fans have coffees instead of flipping beers. You know it's cold and wet. I find that really funny. Almost 10 minutes gone in this second half. That's my fault. Sorry about that. Well, it's my fault we've only seen 5 of it. So, scrum sets. Davies is told to feed it. Fifita picks it up at the back. Williams scrags him really well. Davies with the box kick. Goes over the top, end over end. It bounces up nicely. Oh, nicely for Verok. It does take a double bounce. And he then, after changing direction twice, kicks it downfield. Davies has dropped back, though. Davies decides to kick himself back to where Cock ran from. Grant Williams was chasing back, though. He feeds it to Fussy. Fussy launches it back downfield. And he finds touch. And that's a good touch finder from Fussy. That was a really good kick from Fussy. Really decent kick. So, 30 minutes left in the game. Sharks lead by 7. And, well, they don't have possession. It's the Scarlets line out. I think some changes are being made. I think it's number 20, Carwin Tuipulotu, who's replacing Vi for Fita. Interesting. There's the first change, I think. I don't think there are any Sharks changes. Yeah, there's the first change of the game. Vi for Fita. Bloody hell, an All Black is subbed first. God, I remember that try he scored against Argentina. So Elias, he goes to the back, and Morgan Jones rises high, but it's a poor pass down to Gareth Davies. He's forced to then kick it because he can't make the pass. Verok, he launches a high one for himself to chase. Hasn't found much distance on it. But he smacks Costello when he catches it, though. Davies goes to the left. Larcy to Nicholson. No, Nicholas. God, I can never remember his name. Chuka chasing down the winger who's kicked forwards. Fussy's going to have to track back here. Fussy does well. Who was it? Oh, it was the 11. So it was Tommy Lewis who kicked forward there. Anyway, it didn't look like he had much pace there, Tommy Lewis. But to tell you what, Fussy looked slow. But he did well. It's good defense from Fussy. So, 30 minutes left in the game. Masuku launches a long drop kick up to halfway. Here is the new man, Tuipulotu. Carwin Tuipulotu. Big number 20. Cool name, Carwin. Costello ships it wide to Nicholas. Nicholas puts on the birdie. Oh, and I tell you what, Johnny Williams tries to beat Grant Williams. He does get him down. They're up to the 5-meter line. He's playing well, is Johnny Williams. And so is Nicholas. Oh, and this has been pushed over. Will it be awarded? I think they're going to do TMO. They're going to check the TMO, but that is poor defense from the Sharks. Brilliant attack from the Scarlets. Really, really good. Outlaw, get your grandchildren. Lol. Let's see. Outlaw, go on to well, get a VPN and just watch it on BBC. That's where I'm in the UK, so I can watch it. But if you just use a VPN, you'll be fine. It's a try, definite try for the Scarlets, and that'll probably be level. And it is a try to the Scarlets, so they're right back into the game. Oh, and it looks like I think it's Matthias. Looks like he's injured. I'd like to look at that pass from Nicholas to Johnny Williams. Looked a bit forwards, but brilliant work. And Elias does so well here to stay on his feet and then get some players behind him to drive straight through Etzebeth, of all people. Costello. Oh, Costello gets it over, but God, he left that late. He almost got charged down. And I think we'll see another replacement here for Scarlets. I think it's their number one, Kemsley Mathias. Oh, it was actually Mathias who scored the try, not Elias. But he is going off. It didn't look comfortable after that. And it's Harry O'Connor who has come onto the field. Also, Elias has gone off and Stephen Thomas has come on. And Sam Wainwright's off as well. Oh, no, sorry. Stephen Thomas is on for Sam Wainwright. Or is it O'Connor? One of the two. Here's Emil Van Heerden. Good carry from him. Grant Williams. Varsity playing at 10. Oof. Labuschagne is smacked. He gets man and ball there. And Che goes to Masuku. Masuku puts it on the foot. It's a good nudge through. He's found a good touch. About 7 meters out. It will be a Scarlet ball, but... Oh, and Tane Plumtree with a big shot on Labuschagne. Lappies. They fit. So, well, yeah, so it'll be a line out to Scarlets, a defensive one. Do the Sharks challenge for this? They do. Van Heerden gets the ball. He gets it back. Oxenche. Straight into the legs. Williams to Chichuka. Sharks have a good attacking opportunity here. Koch. Straight into the cement mixer. Here's Oxenche in some space. Oh, and it's been stripped, but the tackle was called, so it's a penalty. And the Sharks now have a good attacking opportunity with a line-out. Their maul has worked well today, so I imagine that's exactly what they're going to try and do here. Just get a rolling maul. And I understand why Costello's pissed, but also Ox was on the floor. The last 5 penalties conceded. The last 4 penalties of the last 5 have all been from the Scarlets. So they are starting to feel that pressure. So, Sharks take it at the front through Etzebeth. They've set the maul. It's moving sideways. They're going to have to use it. Grant Williams. Hooker. Hooker gets over one. Over his opposite man in Eddie James. Williams. Here's Mbata. Supported by Koch. Williams again. Buthelezi. Oh, it's a big hit from Johnny Williams on Buthelezi. Chituka. Supported by Etzebeth. There's some big hits coming in this game. God, there's some big hits. Sharks keep coming. Masuku with a cross kick. Werner Koch. And Werner Koch will get a double. What a try. Brilliant from the Sharks. Werner Koch. That was a brilliant pinpoint crossfield kick. and there was no one on him. Cross cover couldn't catch him. Couldn't catch him. Couldn't stick to him, and just steps in field, lets him go past, and just dives over. Costello can't do anything about it. Brilliant, brilliant cross kick from Masuku there. That's a brilliant bit of skill there from Masuku. Sharks take the lead, 25 points to 20, with 57 minutes gone. Could be a 7-point lead, hopefully. Masuku smacks it over. 27 plays 20. I'll tell you what, I thought I was about to say 57. I was looking at the time, that's why. Brilliant try there for the Sharks. Now, need to make sure they don't concede again. So there's another substitution in Kieran Hardy clearly coming onto the field for Gareth Davies. It's Davies, not Davis. So Emil van Heerden rises high on the 22 to take the kickoff. Hendrickser has also made come onto the field in place of Grant Williams. Oxenchair with a good carry brings the ball out of the 20, just outside the 22. So they can't kick it dead. Etzebeth comes in to support Hendrickser. Lousy trying to get, but he's too early on the mark. Hendrickser with pretty much straight up in the air. Oh, that looked uncomfortable from Tommy Lewis. Sorry, no, Tom Rogers. But he's okay. Scarlets have the ball. Hardy. Oh, Lousy through the middle. Great return tackle from Van Heerden. Hardy to Nicholas. Sharks with some good tackling. Labuschagne in the midfield. Hardy. Davis, sorry. Oh, it's a big hit midfield on Stefan Thomas from Vincent Koch. Hardy again. Is that Elias? No. It is Elias. But he was off. No, he's not off. And there's an injury, so the referee has to bring play to an end. Please tell me that's not Etzebeth. No, it's Vincent Koch. Let's see. What was the issue here? Head on head? I think it was just Vincent Koch got winded. So Krobler has come on for Labuschagne. Gerbrandt. And number 23, Ryan Conbeer has come on for Tom Rogers. I think that last hit on him might have been slightly uncomfortable. Tom Rogers had a good game. Yeah, Rogers limping a little bit. Looked uncomfortable in that hit he took. I think we'll see a couple changes for the Sharks here as well. Yep. 18 and 17 coming on for the Sharks. So it's, is that Quasimodo? No, Nchunu and Jacobs coming on for, Oxenchair and Vincent Koch. Good shift from both our front rowers in that game. I think they both played really well. Particularly, obviously Koch scored a try, but Oxenchair definitely carried bloody well. So 60 minutes gone in this, 20 minutes left in the game. Sharks lead by 7 in a game that doesn't really mean much, but it'll certainly be good good prep for the Sharks, so they will want the win. It's good prep for not Connaught, Clermont. Sharks looking to go straight through this Scarlet scrum, don't get the penalty, and I tell you what, Tuipulotu's done well. He breaks Hendricks' tackle and carries Vincent Tachuka for a while. Hardy. Hardy again. Costello, I think's knocked that on. He has. And Costello is getting very frustrated with his forwards. That was a really strong carry from Tuipulotu. Really strong carry. Ulster 28, Benison 27. I'll have to watch the highlights of that. It sounds like a good game. Oh, it's poor from Costello, but yeah, it was a poor platform from the forwards. Tane Plumtree just indecisive. Hey, my cat just causing havoc as usual. I tell you what, I quite like this Carwin Tuipulotu. I think he might end up playing for Wales at some point. Silly cat. So we're just waiting for the scrum to get underway. I think time is now back on. Hendricks, so it is our scrum with 19 minutes left to play. And I think the Sharks will probably look to maybe get a penalty here. Work a penalty, keep it at the back of the scrum. Then no, they're going to get definitely going to get a penalty there. Hendrickson does get it out, so they do have penalty advantage. Masuku whips it wide. Chips downfield for his backline to chase, and it bounces out. Woo! They're called back for the penalty, but if they weren't, they threw a quick line out straight to Mapimpi. Oh no, sorry, the ball bounced back in field. But penalties, so they'll kick to as close to the corner as possible, and it's good territory. Certainly good pressure. It's a good kick from Masuku. Takes him 10 meters out. Certainly going to take that. So Mbata finds his man in Van Heerden. They've set the maul. It's not moving forwards. It's moving a bit backwards. Hendricks is probably going to have to use this. Although, no, other Sharks forwards get involved. It's still not moving forwards. He's going to have to use it. He's been told to use it. Hendricks does. Oh, and it's been knocked on. That's poor from the Sharks. That is really poor. And that was good from Scarlets. They did really well there. And I think it was Plumtree, Tane Plumtree, who managed that. Yeah, that's really poor delivery from Mbata to Hendrickson, and that allows Plumtree to get his big arms around. There are some more changes coming through though, and it is Corneral and Fenter. Fenter's coming on. Okay, interesting. And it's for Etzebeth, and I'm assuming Hooker. It is. So Corneral, the 21-year-old, who is just a giant. And Hooker, decent game, playing for 12, playing at 12. I'd like to see him play at 13 more for us, but obviously with that's hard. But even as a wing, he is so rapid. Get him in some space. Guy's wildly fast. Let's have a look. Anyone commenting? Ulster 35-27 up. Yeah, they probably won now. Sharks up. So free kick at the scrum. Early shove from the Sharks. And that'll be a let-off for Scarlets because they do not want the scrums. And Costello will clear, knowing it won't be their line out. It's a good kick. They could take it quickly, but decide not to. But it will be a line out to the Sharks. So Sharks have the ball, or a line out, just inside Scarlet's half. So Sharks, they go to the back, and it's Van Heerden who takes it. And it's knocked on at the base of that ruck. And that is just such poor execution from the Sharks. And that's incredibly frustrating. That wasn't too straight either. Straight enough, but not. Ooh, less than 15 minutes to play. Hardy will have the put into the scrum. I don't know. I think Hendricks just needs to get rid of that beard. I think it's awful. And the Sharks scrum is just brutalizing this Scarlets team. Even with these changes, the Sharks scrum is just too powerful. Whew. There's a lot of time off here, so it's like a lot of kind of freestanding time. I'll tell you what. Let's chuck in the chat. Give me your 3-word summary. Is this scoreboard not updating, or is that just me? Give me your 3-word summary of the Sharks season so far. Let's see what you guys can come up with, because it'll be interesting to see what you guys think. Oh, scrum is set. Hardy's going to feed. And again, the Sharks just getting a huge ascendancy. And it's a penalty to the Sharks. The Scarlets just can't get that ball out. They are under such big pressure at scrum time. But yeah, guys, put a 3-word summary of the Sharks season in the URC up in the chat, and let's see if we kind of agree. I already know what mine is. Masuku went for a huge kick, and he found a 5-meter touch, and this has to be converted by the Sharks. They really need to score a try here. It will give them some scoreboard comfort, and they will. Yeah, brilliant, inch perfect kick from Masuku. He's played bloody well today. And I think I think you guys are right. I think he'll it's are you saying about their season? It's alive, lol. So Krobler takes it at the top. Mbata's got it at the back. Lausie's trying to get through the middle. One stop called. They're going to have to use it again. Their maul's just not functioning anymore. And Hendrickson does take it out this time. Goes to Fenter. Fenter offloads to Hendrickson, Mbata. Vincent Chituka lucky there. Mchunu, I really like Mchunu. Hendricksa, roll out the back to Masuku. Not a good pass, but luckily it goes through Nicholas's hands, and Fassi does pick it up. Fenter, supported by Raal. Hendricksa to Jacobs. Hendricksa again. Buthelezi. Big carry from Buthelezi. Masuku out the back. Cuts back in field. And he runs straight and hard. Scarlets forwards are falling off tackles on our backs now. Emil van Heerden's had a really good game. It's him and Masuku, I reckon, who have been the standouts. Fenter coming around the side. Mchunu gets the ball away to Fassi. They're into the 22 now. Hendricksa. Jacobs. Good carry from Jacobs midfield. Hendricksa. Masuku. Buthelezi with another carry. He's played decently. Jacobs again. Jacobs slips one tackle, makes a good 5 meters. Hendricksa decides to go the same way, whips it to Fenter. Fenter beats one tackle, but he's brought down. They're waiting for a potential cross kick. Oof, Mchunu slaps it up off the floor. Penalty advantage for the Sharks. Hendricksa. Oh, it's awful. That was awful from Hendricksa. I don't know what he was trying there. I think the Sharks should just secure the win. Well, secure a lead rather than go for a bonus point. A bonus point doesn't do anything for us. Whereas we need a win. We really want to win off of this. Let's see. Anyone else said? Yeah, you see, you say it's a live lol, and that's kind of our season. I would say absolute shit show. That's my description of our season. Absolute shit show. This is really good off the floor from Chunu. Good reaction time from Buthelezi as well. Penalty called, and they're going to go for the try. They think they can get it, and I think they can, but I don't know if trying a maul again is a good idea. Okay. Let's have a look here. So Morgan Jones is being replaced by Price. Mbata. Sharks really want this bonus point try. They turned down a 10-point lead. One stop called. Our maul is just not doing anything now. Scarlets defending our maul so well now. Low pass from Jacobs at the base of that ruck, but we do maintain it. Chituka. Jacobs with a good drive. Up to a meter. It's got to be a try. Come on. Sharks are less than a meter out. Rumble it with the forwards. Come on, give it to Mchunu. Mchunu with a carry. He's short. Jacobs, I think, is going to try this one. Nope. Krobler saying we've got it. No, the referee's called it knocked on. Chituka won't get his try. So the call from the referee was that the ball was short and then he was driven over. Yeah, sorry, Eric. I bite my nails all the time. It's yeah. Ethan Hooker is a big guy. He's a good player. When I watch rugby, I bite my nails like crazy, and we can be so far in the lead, but it triggers me for that. So Elias, I think, is finally giving way to his replacement in what's his name, Sean Evans. It's been a good shift from Lauren Elias. I think he's played well. He's got a try. Sean Evans is on the field. Eight minutes to go. 8 minutes to go. The Sharks lead by 7 with a scrum, a very good attacking centre field scrum on the 5-metre line. So this is where you want Grant Williams. This is really, really where you want Grant Williams. But I would see like maybe a Pepsi Buthelezi breaking off the back here. Oh God, I can't stop. It's horrible. It is tense though. Oh, what was the Bath Saracen score? I actually haven't seen it. How was it? Is it still going? Let me check. I can unplug that now. Bath Saracens is 5-12. 5-12. Okay, so it's only 20-ish minutes into the second half. Okay. I'm kind of over Saracens now. I kind of want like new teams to like Bath and even Leicester. My cousin plays for Leicester, so I'd like Leicester to do well. But like I want the other teams like Bath, considering their season last season, I'd like Bath to do well. And I'm also sick of some Saracens players who just who should have retired years ago but didn't, and cost us a place in the final because of it. Thanks, Billy V. Sorry, yeah, Costa played into the final. So Sharks will finally get their scrum going. It's been a bit of a wait. Sharks split 3 and 3 on either side. Hardy's interfering definitely there with Hendrickse. Buthelezi picks up, goes through Costello, gets to 2 meters out. Hendrickse, oh, that's so cynical. That's got to be a yellow card. Definitely has to be a yellow card. Sharks a meter out. Sharks go back to Masuku. Masuku with a kick over the top. Verok looking for his hat trick, and he gets it. Verok on his 50th cap gets a hat trick. And it's another cross-field kick try. And Masuku's had a brilliant game. Cock's been he's been good. He's just been the recipient of some brilliant kicks. And just absolutely brilliant from the Sharks there. Oh, God. When I see things like that, I'm just like, why have we not been trying stuff like this sooner? And that is the bonus point. It's a hat trick. How's Hendrickse? He's been okay. I mean, nothing special. Sia Masuku, can he slot this over to make it a 14-point lead? He's kicked well from this side of the field. And he drew. Oh, I think he drew that around a little too much, so he's missed that one. He drew it a little bit too much. And that's his first kick where, he was out wide. It was a great crossfield kick. It's the first one kick from Masuku that's actually curled inwards instead of kind of kicking that way and then curling back on itself. Right, so Sharks take the kickoff. So it's a 12-point lead. Van Vuren is now on the field in place of Mbata. I think they just needed to give Mbata like a full game. Chamberlain's also come on for Fussy. It's a great pickup from Bash. And it's going to be a try for Hardy here. No, Mapimpi's tracked him down. I think Hardy can't reach out. Brilliant track back tackle there from Mapimpi. But Tuipolatu carries. He's stopped. Hardy should have scored that. What a break from Plumtree. Sharks on their try line defending here. Nicholas, he deserves a try today, and he gets it. And he does deserve a try today. He's played really well. And that's poor from the Sharks. That was really poor. So they're checking. They're TMOing it. They're checking if he's knocked it on in the active scoring. 3.5 minutes left. And this, if he gets this is a... No, it's try. Try. Definitely a try. And that's really poor from the Sharks. Brilliant try. Brilliant try from the Scarlets. And now the Sharks have to work. Because it's, they get... it's a hard kick. It's a very hard kick. Costello needs to get this to give him a hope of winning. But they still have the hope of a draw if he misses. Costello drills it over for 32 points to 27. The Scarlets could steal this. That's a loose kick from the Sharks, really poor. And then just awful defense after that. Don't know how Mapimpi gets back there and Hardy doesn't score. Ulster 38, Benetton 34. Was there a yellow card? No, there wasn't a yellow card. 32-27 with just under 3 minutes to play. Sharks need to keep this in their heart, in the Scarlets half. Masuku kicks long, just inside the 22. Oh, and it's been knocked on by Lauasi. Sharks have it, and Tuna swings it. Krobler, Jet Hendrickser. Hendrickser goes behind Fenter to Masuku. Masuku steps back in field. Hendrickser. And Chunu out the back. Butter Chamberlain. With an awful infield pass. It goes backwards, but Emil van Heerden has to pick it up. But it completely missed Fenter. Hendrickser. Mchunu. Big carry from Mchunu. Straight into Plumtree. Less than 2 minutes on the clock. Do they try a drop goal here? They are going to. Back to Masuku. Masuku launches a drop goal. Oh, I think it's just out to the right. Ooh, that was a good kick, though. But it does force the Scarlets to give them back the ball. And it wastes time. Oof, yeah, no, okay, it was a decent bit out to the right. But it forces Scarlets to kick off. Minute and a half left. They have to do it quickly, and they need to try and get the ball back. Costello goes high. And it's going to come down on the 10-meter line. Oh, it's been knocked back by Rahl. Fallen straight into Johnny Williams' hands. He's broken one tackle. Chituka finally gets him down. Sharks could be throwing away their game here. Hardy. It's definitely offside from Jacobs there, but no, the referee hasn't seen it. Nicholson. No, sorry, Nicholas. Out to, what's his name? Conbeer. We're in the last minute. 50 seconds left. Penalty advantage to the Scarlets. Here's Costello. Costello with a cross kick. And Mapimpi takes the catch, but they'll come back for the penalty. Scarlets will kick to the corner here. Offside penalty. 30 seconds left. Costello is going to kick to the corner. 20 seconds. It's a good kick from Costello. It's taken play about 8 meters out. Yeah, it was. I mean, there were a number of Sharks players offside there. But Mapimpi does really well to track back and take that catch. Now, the Sharks, we're in the red. Sharks cannot concede here. Otherwise, it's a draw or a loss. Scarlets, well, it's not backwards, but they do have possession. And it's an advantage, not a penalty advantage, a knock-on advantage for them. So now Sharks will just want it so that they move it far enough away. The advantage is over. Advantage is called over. They're just inside the Sharks 22. Hardy. Hardy's going to definitely feed it to a forward. Laasi around the corner. Kroblar wraps him up. Sharks have turned it over. Tries to kick it out. Oh my God, the Sharks are playing with fire. Sharks have got the ball back. They just have to get it off. Hendrickson kicks it off the park. And that will be the end of the game. But God, the Sharks making that hard for themselves. 32-27. Sharks making that so difficult for themselves. And as a bunch of you thought, and certainly I thought it might happen, Sia Masuku gets the Man of the Match award. Thoroughly deserved. He played bloody well, and I think it was solidified by that final cross kick. Scarlets did really well to get back into that game, and they could have won. And congrats to Verok for his hat trick on his 50th cap for the Sharks. I know he's leaving, which is, now that he's playing so well, is sad. But certainly, it's one of the rare games where there was no cards. That was nice to see. But thanks for joining me, guys. Great to have you all here. That's it. So Plumtree saves his job. I mean, it's Scarlets. I mean, it is an away victory, but he also had a pretty much full strength lineup. So really, it's still not good enough for it to be that close. But Masuku was just class. I will see you again tomorrow. I can't remember what game is tomorrow. I think it might be the Bulls I'm doing tomorrow. Okay, I'm pressing back. Why? Let's see. I think I'm doing Bulls Ospreys tomorrow. So I will see you guys then. Thanks for watching, guys. My name's Cal. It's been Forever Rugby on Forever Sports. Check out our sponsors in BitDefender and Boyle Sports. And we'll see you tomorrow. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought penalty try meant there was a yellow card since before I wasn't able to watch, but read there was a penalty try. Not today. No, there was no penalty try today. Well, certainly not that I saw when I was watching. Try. Yeah, no penalty tries today. So no yellow cards either. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a